Now, don't forget, it's not just Donald Trump, and it's not even the most radical. Around the world, like Italy, for instance, we are seeing new political leaders of the right who are transforming politics and culture. You wonder, could Peter Dutton join them? None of these new leaders has worked a bigger miracle so far than Argentina's eccentric president, Javier Milei, who at Davos last Thursday called for a new alliance of leaders to join in helping him save the West from decline by fighting for freedom, including in their economies.
I have found allies in this fight for the ideas of freedom in every corner of the world. From the amazing Elon Musk to that fierce Italian lady, my dear Giorgia Meloni. From Bukele in El Salvador to Viktor Orban in Hungary. From Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel to Donald Trump in the United States. Slowly, an international alliance has been forming among all those nations which, like ours, want to be free and believe in the ideas of liberty. So, ultimately, what I'm proposing is that we make the West great again. Freedom, freedom, freedom. May the forces of heaven be with us. Thank you all very much, and long live freedom, damn it!
Now, Milei is a former economics academic and radio host, a free market libertarian who was elected president just over a year ago after promising shock therapy for Argentina's sick economy, promising to put a chainsaw almost literally through government spending to actually scrap 11 of the 19 government departments.
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera, aunque te resistas.
In fact, since becoming president, Milei has got rid of 35,000 public servants, which is almost exactly as many as our Albanese government has added in its time. But something had to be done in Argentina. A year ago, it was a basket case. Left-wing and populist politicians had destroyed one of the world's richer countries. Inflation was more than 200%. Half the people were living in poverty. The economy was in deep recession. Government debt and taxes sky high. So, has Milei's shock therapy, a big dose of free market economics, actually worked? Joining me is Patrick Horan from the MacArthur Centre, a research centre at George Mason University studying free markets. Patrick Horan has written about Milei for the City Journal. Patrick Horan, thank you so much indeed for joining me. What has Milei done in his year and a bit, and has it worked?
So the Milei administration has cut federal spending by about 30%. It's cut the number of federal ministries in half. And then on average, it has removed about one regulation per day across a variety of sectors: housing, imports, airlines, etc. And so far, Milei's approach has been working very well in many ways. Inflation has fallen substantially. The country is running budget surpluses for the first time since 2020, and the economy has emerged out of a recession. The economy had been in a recession when Milei first took office. It briefly got worse, but now the country's out of recession, and Argentina is forecasted to have a good year in 2025. It's forecasted to have strong growth, about 5% real GDP growth, and it's forecasted for inflation to keep falling. So inflation had been triple digits on a year-over-year basis. It's going to be way, way lower than that. It's going to be the lowest inflation since, I believe, 2017 or 18.
Well, this is like, a free marketeer's fantasy, a story too good to be true. I mean, it's just incredible. Milei has been saying, look, cutting spending is going to hurt a lot of people for now. Obviously, people losing their jobs, shock therapy. But he said it is necessary, things will get better. Have Argentinians accepted this pain? Are they staying with him on the journey? What are the polls saying?
I think so, because his popularity had fallen a little bit, but now it's quite high. It's in the low to mid 50s, which is pretty high for him. So you're right. At the onset of his presidency, he warned that austerity would be quite painful, and he was correct. A lot of employees lost their jobs. There have been some pretty severe cuts. But again, the economy is now rebounding. It's growing very quickly. And this is not to say there aren't serious problems. There is still very high poverty in Argentina. It's around 35%, which is very high. That said, it's actually fallen considerably over the past quarter or so.
And now we saw Milei in Davos just last week issuing a worldwide plea, come join me in saving the West, because it's so sclerotic, it's being buried under welfarism, sort of corporatism, economies are slack, lots of government spending. He said, come and join me, come and join Donald Trump, Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Do you think this is a real alliance, or at least, a sort of concatenation of like-minded? And what is the change they are offering? What are the lessons that Milei wants the world to learn from what he's doing?
Right. So Milei really is shocking Argentina, but he's shocking a country that's had so many problems for so long. So you really need someone to really be quite radical in promoting freedom, promoting free markets. And there's a lot of sclerosis throughout Western countries, and he's saying, no, we can't do this anymore. And I think when you have years and years of sclerosis, years and years of complacency, you start to fall behind. You have all sorts of problems. So you really do need a shock to the system to get things on the right track. So I hope he's right. I hope all the world, all the countries of the West embrace more free markets. I hope they understand the importance of free markets and promoting productivity, because productivity is really what you need to boost real output. So it's really great that Milei is being fiscally disciplined, which is rare in the West, and he's also trying to get rid of all these bad regulations that are hindering people from prospering.